He was one of the best-selling musicians of all time, and even in death, Johnny Cash is still inspiring his fans. His family has released an album of previously unpublished letters, poems and lyrics the man in black hand-wrote throughout his career.
You wonder why I always dress in black.
An icon with an unmistakable voice.
See bright colours on my back.
Now 15 years after Johnny Cash's death, his son John Carter Cash has brought his unpublished writings to life through a collection of letters and poems he found in his late father's office.
Went through these pieces of paper. Some were biblical studies notes, some were poems, and some were song lyrics for songs that were published, or some for songs that no one had heard, or that I could not find a melody for, something that he'd never recorded himself.
Building the foundation for Forever Words, a new 16-track album featuring renowned artists including Cash's daughter Roseanne, Willie Nelson and Chris Cornell, to name a few.
Like the flowers that I cherish.
It was a process, but it was because of the strength of the word that it stood out as being something that could work. And these are things that I believe my father would have loved to have shared.
The album begins with a poem Johnny Cash wrote in the last weeks of his life.
It talks about how, the trees that he planted still are young, the songs that he sings will still be sung. And to have that vision of hope in the last days of one's life is a beautiful thing.
One song is based on a 1970 poem penned by Johnny Cash to wife June Carter Cash. The Walking Wounded, sung by Roseanne Cash, builds on her father's legacy.
It could mean so many different things to different people in the world that we live in right now and the issues that we're having. My father wrote the poem about people that were suffering with post-traumatic stress syndrome.
John feels a deep connection with the album, sharing his father's soul-stirring memories, a continuance of a music icon's voice.
It is not a tribute album, it is the next step in understanding a deeper level of Johnny Cash.
Natasha Kalios, SBS World News.
And that